there's a country that has been talked a lot in the recent years and whose understanding had, I would say, be a bit blurry. I mean, Saudi Arabia. You have been present in that market for 15 years. What evolution and also what opportunities for M&A and investment there are in Saudi Arabia?
Well, thank you for mentioning that market. That's definitely one of the most appealing market in 2024. Actually, in terms of market entry, that was the market that was the most demanded by our client to assist them to go to. There is a cornerstone in the emergence of Saudi Arabia that started in 2021 with the publication of Vision 2030. Vision 2030 tends to moderate what the Saudis called the two blessings. The number one blessing is linked to the oil, of course. The second one is linked to the tourism, linked to the holy places of Islam that are actually domiciled, located in Saudi Arabia. So there has been, since 2021, a new investment law that is appealing to more and more investors, and that has enabled since then very strong economic growth. The second important factor is that Saudi is a very large retail market. So unlike the UAE, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, unlike Qatar, unlike Bahrain, Kuwait, and the other GCC members, Saudi Arabia has a very homogeneous population, much bigger than the neighbors. And that's why it's also very interesting in terms of market appeal. Also, when it comes to real estate, there is a vast urbanization plan in Saudi. The third element would be the huge infrastructure development pushed by the local authorities. And so beyond the symbolic NEOM project, you're going to find quite a lot of real estate opportunities in that market. I would also emphasize on the opportunity for the tourism sector. Let's not think it's not a long time ago in 2021. The country was very close. Nowadays, you really have great opportunities in terms of entertainment. You know, they start from scratch. So that's really what makes it appealing in Saudi Arabia, is that you have this synergy of a big demand, you know, starting from a very immature market, but also a large amount of liquidity that can be invested to cover that demand. And to close the maybe the factors that make Saudi Arabia appealing to investors right now is actually the government incentives that are available, not only for inbound investment, and there are quite a lot of plans to help companies locate, subsidize in a way, or incentivize companies to locate in Saudi Arabia. But there is also a very strong willingness from the Saudi authorities to invest abroad. And that's one of the major purpose of the PIF, the Public Investment Fund, which is the sovereign fund of Saudi Arabia, that is actually investing abroad massively. So to make a long story short, if you want to succeed in Saudi Arabia, you need to pay attention to a few elements. The first one is that it has to be a win-win. There is a clear demand for transfer of intelligence, a transfer of knowledge into Saudi Arabia. They just do not want to invest in one asset without that return on investment on the knowledge. Two, it takes time. It takes time. It's not, you know, happening overnight, and it's probably linked to the culture where local relationship, although you don't need to have a sponsor like it was the case some years ago in most GCC states to start doing business there. You can have 100% ownership of your business, but local personal relationships are paramount. And also I would emphasize on understanding the local culture, business culture, and that implies, for instance, Islamic finance, whereby that's a very interesting leverage that you can pull to make your investment or your market entry in Saudi Arabia a success.
Laurent, thank you, and wish you a good day.
Thank you.